Coming up on OC News, protests over the worldwide vaccine mandate has erupted at the Capitol, this time by angry parents. Plus, we take a look as the world mourns the loss of the U.S. Secretary of State, Colin Powell. And of course, we will be talking all about the Kardashian engagement no one saw coming. We'll be covering these stories and more today on OC News.
This just now in tech news, the first responder on the scene.
There's been a lot of collaborative efforts
I feel
over the
blessed to be here in Fullerton.
Brought to you by the Broadcast Journalism students
at Cal State Fullerton. OC News starts right now.
Good evening and welcome to OC News. I'm Christina Briseño. OC News is brought to you by the Broadcast Journalism students at Cal State Fullerton. Frustrated parents, teachers, and students gathered at the California Capitol in Sacramento today to protest against vaccine mandates. A series of planned walkouts and protests had been planned for Monday morning. Recently, Governor Gavin Newsom said that once the vaccine is approved for children as young as 5 years old, it will be required for them to attend public schools. Today, parents fought back against this mandate by pulling their children out of schools and letting their voices be heard.
I'm shocked. I just can't believe that they're actually trying to force people to do this. It's our body, our choice. We should be able to make this choice for ourselves and for our kids.
With over 10 million jobs needing to be filled and 8.4 million jobless Americans, businesses need more workers more than ever. That's especially true in cities like Fullerton, which are home to many small businesses. Natalia Valle was able to talk to locals about this situation.
A record number of 4.3 million workers quit their jobs in August. The Labor Department reported that workers left their jobs at a record pace in August, with bar and restaurants employees as well as retail staff quitting in drops.
We're here at the CSUF University Plaza where we can see different businesses that have signs that say help wanted or now hiring. They're understaffed and desperate to hire employees.
The COVID-19 pandemic changed the labor dynamics, and that is reflected in the historical numbers that show that workers feel secure in quitting and finding employment elsewhere or receiving government support.
So recently I have noticed that a few weeks ago my hours did get cut. All of ours did, unfortunately, due to labor cost and labor shortage and all that stuff.
Workers have also left their jobs because of health concerns, childcare issues, and because they demand better salaries and work conditions.
A big part of it is how some people a lot of workers get overworked with minimal pay. And I think that's a big part of it.
Businesses are already looking for ways to attract employees by giving incentives and expect this situation will improve as more people get vaccinated. I'm Natalia Valle in Fullerton reporting for OC News.
A fire engulfed a potential marijuana grow operation on Monday morning in Canoga Park. Los Angeles County Fire arrived on the scene just after 12 noon to find the building engulfed. It took about 75 firefighters over an hour to put out the fire. No firefighters were injured in the blaze, but 3 men inside the factory had to be rushed to the hospital. They were diagnosed with severe burns, and 2 currently remain in the hospital in critical condition. In addition to the structure, several cars in the area were also destroyed. Former Secretary of State and decorated Army General Colin Powell died earlier today of COVID complications. Powell was a retired 4-star general. He became the country's first Black Secretary of State and the youngest chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Under President George W. Bush, Powell was fully vaccinated but was suffering serious underlying conditions. Powell was diagnosed with multiple myeloma in 2003, a cancer that attacks the body's immune system. Officials believe the cancer may have interfered with the vaccine's effectiveness. President Joe Biden reacted to the news of his death.
I became friends, and Jill as well, but I became friends with Colin Powell, who we just lost. Think of where Colin Powell is, not only a dear friend and a patriot, one of our great military leaders and a man of overwhelming decency.
Former President Bill Clinton was released from an Orange County hospital yesterday. Clinton was sent to the UC Irvine Medical Center in Orange last Tuesday because of a urinary tract infection that spread to his bloodstream. He was in California for a public appearance when he started feeling ill. He was then admitted to the hospital and kept in ICU for closer evaluation and for Clinton's privacy. Clinton was released Sunday evening and is heading home to New York to finish his treatment. What do you want to accomplish before you die? We look at answers from local students, plus a celebrity engagement and a name change for a popular rapper. These stories and more when OC News returns. The College of Business and Economics decided to put up a Before I Die wall, which encourages students to write some goals they plan to accomplish before their death.
I'm part of the Business Honors Program here at Cal State Fullerton, and we put on this Before I Die wall, which is basically us just connecting with our community and our students here on campus and just asking them what they want to do before they die and just getting that engagement with our business students here.
The wall will be up from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. and can be found just outside the Mahalo Hall in the Mahalo Courtyard. Construction is underway at Cal State Fullerton for a new student housing building. Our reporter Michael Guzman has the details.
Right behind me is where Cal State Fullerton's new student housing is expected to be done in the fall of 2022. The construction is currently underway for the new anticipated student housing. The construction will be ongoing throughout this year and next year.
It looks like it's coming along pretty nicely and they seem to be working pretty well.
This project, built by Sun Construction, will cost Cal State Fullerton a total of $106 million. This new 182,000 square foot complex will be home to 600 sophomores and junior students. It would be a 6-story building comprised of a 4-bedroom, 2-bath apartments surrounding a central courtyard. The community is developed to be a suite type style of community.
We started conversations, and that's where we talked about what don't we have on campus. And so we did some assessments and talked with students and realized what's really missing is suites.
The ground floor amenity spaces will include a student lounge, multi-purpose room, mail room, laundry room, and a series of resident life offices, workspaces, and meeting rooms. The new student housing is going to replace this old building that was built 3 decades ago. I'm Michael Guzman at Cal State Fullerton, reporting for OC News. Back to the studio.
The pandemic spiked an interest in dating apps as users began to look for ways to connect with others.
Love is closer than ever. In fact, it's only a swipe away.
When buying an attractive stranger a drink at the local bar became impossible, people began to swipe right and shoot their best pickup lines in the DM. During quarantine, lonely singles turned to apps like Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge in hopes of finding a relationship.
One senior at Cal State Fullerton claims that there's a social push to hop on the trend of online dating.
I downloaded it because they kind of told me that I should consider other alternatives to like dating and stuff, and that meeting people in person is outdated.
And communications major Dominique Tenori felt that dating apps gave her something to do other than work and school.
Like just out of boredom, honestly. It was just because like everything had shut down and I kind of just needed some entertainment.
Anaheim resident shares why using dating apps is convenient.
It makes dating for busy people just easier, I guess. I'm pretty busy. I work a lot of overtime for my job, and I have a couple side, jobs that I do.
I thought he explained it really well. During the course of the season,
However, experts warn that repetitive swiping and scrolling on dating apps can lead users to believe that these apps are games and there's not actually real people on the other side of the screens. Swipe respectfully and good luck.
Celebrity news, Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker got engaged over the weekend. The reality star and drummer of Blink-182 announced their engagement via Instagram on Sunday night. The pair started dating in January of this year, but have reportedly known each other for several years. Barker popped the question on the beach in Montecito, surrounded by red roses and candles. Kanye West is no more. The popular rapper has legally changed his name to Ye. After initially asking to change his name in 2018, Kanye West has legally changed his name to Ye. Ye initially told a radio host that he wanted to change his name, signaling its reference in the Bible. While Ye recently divorced from Kim Kardashian, she still goes by Kim Kardashian West. At this time, Kardashian West has not made a public statement about dropping West from her name. When OC News returns over the weekend, the Dodgers face the Braves in 2 pivotal games to kick off the NLCS. Plus, craving a sweet treat? This local dessert shop can fix that sweet tooth in creative fashion. This and more when we return.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You can ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking. Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Whatever gets you talking. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
The Los Angeles Dodgers and 2 Cal State Fullerton sports teams were in action this past weekend. Michael Guzman, join us with the details.
Thank you, Christina. That is correct. Cal State Fullerton Athletics had 3 games this past weekend, 2 for women's volleyball and 1 for men's soccer. First, let's start with women's volleyball. On Friday at Titan Gym, the Titans defeated and swept UC Irvine in 3 straight sets. The Titans had an extremely effective night with overall great performances from Elizabeth Schuster, Julia Crawford, and Garbel Barcelos. Elizabeth Schuster led the Titans with 39 assists and 15 digs that night, although on Sunday night, the Titans women volleyball team had a rough night. They went on the road south to play against UC San Diego and lost in 4 sets. The Titans tried to rally back by winning the 3rd set, but came up short in the 4th set. The Titans fought to 6 wins and 9 losses this season and look to bounce back at Titan Gym Friday and Saturday for a 2-game homestand against UC Davis and UC Riverside. Now over to men's soccer. Cal State Fullerton hosted UC Riverside this past Sunday at Titan Stadium. The Titans first scored off a corner kick in the 40th minute by Noah Doldemeyer, although UC Riverside scored in the 73rd minute to even up things, but that was it. After both teams battled and played 2 overtime periods, the final score was 1-1. With that draw, Fullerton moves to 3 wins, 8 losses, and 3 ties on the season. The Titans are back on the pitch Wednesday as they head to the Valley to face Cal State Northridge. As for the Dodgers, the NLC kicked off this past weekend in Atlanta for games 1 and 2 of the series. On Saturday at Truist Park, the Braves took the early lead in the bottom of the first off a Corey Knebel wild pitch. Later in the game, the score was tied at 2-2 in the bottom of the ninth. MVP candidate Austin Riley was at the plate. Riley scorched a double off Blake Trinan to be the walk-off hero and take Game 1 of the series with a 3-2 win. Game 2 was next for the Dodgers, and the Dodgers were looking to bounce back after losing the first game. After a close game, the Dodgers closer Kenley Jansen was trying to send the game into extra innings, but the Braves thought otherwise. The Braves walked off the Dodgers in back-to-back nights. This time it was off a Corey Seager error. Braves outfielder Eddie Rosario hit a liner to Seager, but Seager wasn't able to make the plays. Dansby Swanson easily scored from second base, giving the Braves a 5-4 win. As for the Dodgers, they look to even the series by coming home for games 3 and 4, and if necessary, Game 5, all at Dodger Stadium this week. What an incredible series we're seeing so far by both teams. That's all I have for you guys. I'm Michael Guzman. Back to you, Christina.
On more sweet news, our reporter Natalia Valle visited an OC small business that is taking a more artistic route on your favorite dessert. Let's see.
And OC small businesses turning your favorite characters into delicious cotton candy.
Polar Playground was just kind of a name that was thought of probably like even a decade before that. We just joked around if there's ever going to be a dessert shop, Polar Playground just sounded like a fun name. And so this opportunity came about, and since we were about to have like a fun dessert shop, it just matched perfectly.
Like many businesses in the area, Polar Playground was hit hard by the pandemic, but their creativity has allowed them to recover and continue to offer their sweet creations. The store, located in Huntington Beach, opened doors in 2018 and since then have continued to grow with the support of the OC community.
Cotton candy was just kind of something fun that we could throw in, and kind of it's grown to be able to create these fun creations that aren't normally seen out there to kind of give an artistic treat for people.
Polar Playground have become a must-stop for content creators or anyone that is looking for a perfect Instagram picture. The cotton candy store has become so popular that has even attracted tourists visiting Orange County.
Mine was good. It was mostly lemon. Yeah, and mine was a minion.
It was fantastic to see them making a live. It was amazing.
Often, customers start lining up an hour before they open. And it is not just for the cotton candy. Their ice cream and milkshakes are famous too. The owners said that their success lies in the innovative way they sell cotton candy and the priceless experience they offer to customers. The art, colors, and flavors take Polar Playground's cotton candy and other creations to the next level. I am Natalia Valle in Fullerton reporting for OC News.
For amateur golfers, a hole-in-one in golf is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. For this man, it was worth the wait. At 99 years old, Hugh Brown got his first hole-in-one. After playing golf for over 60 years, Brown became the oldest golfer in Australia to put a 1 on his scorecard. Brown initially didn't realize the ball went in the hole, but rather believed he hit into the group ahead of him.
I came up and they were gesticulating and going on, and I thought, Jesus, they're annoyed because I hit up on them. I said, where's my ball? They said, it's in the hole.
Thank you for joining us tonight at OC News. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Titan TV for all the latest updates. Our next newscast comes to you at 5 p.m. on Wednesday. From all of us here at OC News, have a great night.